Country, and welcome to Plattsburgh High School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference High School Basketball. Tonight, the Plattsburgh High School Hornets meet the Beekmantown Eagles in a clash of longtime Division I rivals. Plattsburgh High School comes into this ball game with a win and a loss. They opened the season in a big fashion, defeating Northeastern Clinton Central 83-34. And then in their follow-up ball game, they were upset by the Saranac Chiefs 45-43 in a ball game played in Saranac. So the Hornets come here tonight with something to prove. You can forget about the preseason headlines. We're into the CVAC when on any given night, anything can happen, and the Hornets have already found that out. Now, the Beekmantown Eagles lost in their home opener to Peru Central 55-34. Their second ball game was canceled. That would have been against Northeastern Clinton Central. They'll play that one tomorrow night. We want to thank North Bowl Lanes and Cumberland Bay Market for their support of Beekmantown Central basketball. Beekmantown Central, coached by Maceo DeBose. I believe he's the dean of the coaches in the CVAC, his 15th year at the helm of the Beekmantown varsity boys team. And another longtime coach in the CVAC is his counterpart tonight, Kevin Doherty. Doherty, last season's coach of the year in the CVAC, in his 12th season at the head coaching job for the varsity boys at Plattsburgh High School. Doherty, a graduate of Plattsburgh High School, played for Ray Holmes, one of the all-time great coaches in the North Country. And Doherty went on to some college ball, and now for the past 12 years has been at Plattsburgh High School as the varsity boys coach. The captains meeting along with, interestingly enough, Coach DeBose out there, Paul Spillman, the official with his back to us, and Andy Morelli faces us. And DeBose over to talk to the Hornet coaches as well. Plattsburgh High School has received scoring in their first two games. Their lead scorer is Joel Butchino, number 23. Butchino with 18 against Northeastern and 21 against Saranac. He had the only Hornet hot hand against Saranac in their last ball game. Following him is Nate Sebron, number 50. Butchino is a sophomore, Sebron a junior. Sebron, number 50, has 9 points in each ball game. After those two scores, Eric LaRock had 12 against Northeastern and just 2 against Saranac. The Beekmantown Eagles look for scoring to Eddie Moore, number 32. Eddie Moore, whose inside game will be a key element tonight for Beekmantown. Moore will have to play a key role. He's real tough on the boards, and he can hit from medium range, but his play underneath the boards against a taller Plattsburgh High School team will be a test. But he battled Nate Newton of Peru in a game that we saw earlier, so we have no doubts Eddie Moore can be up to the task. Moore scored 8 in the Eagles-only ball game. James Himes had 7, and Nate Brown off the bench had 6. So they are the 3 lead scorers for the varsity Eagles after just 1 ball game. I'm Foxy Gagnon, along with Eric Gagnon on camera. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. We're at Plattsburgh High School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference basketball. Just moments before game time, and we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups by Joe Staves, Clifford Joe Staves Jr., the athletic director at Plattsburgh High School. The official timer tonight is Goose Gagnon. On the shot clock is Gerald Berto. Laura Gagnon is the official scorer. Earl Parks at guard for Beekmantown. And Eric LaRock for Plattsburgh. Matt Hazen for Beekmantown. And Kerry Garcia for Plattsburgh. Eddie Castine for Beekmantown. Nate Sebron for the Hornets. Ramiro Ribeiro for Beekmantown. Joel Butchino, number 23 for Plattsburgh. Eddie Moore for Beekmantown. They both sport little goatees. Matt Brunette for Plattsburgh. The last two ran out of razor blades. And now Tara Woodward, Plattsburgh High School cheerleaders, singing the national anthem. Plattsburgh High School, and I'll tell you what, that's no easy feat in front of a bunch of your classmates and also students from another school. So congratulations to her. And you notice they never asked me to sing the national anthem at Plattsburgh High School, and they've known me an awful long time. Beekmantown eager, they are out onto the floor ready to face the Plattsburgh High School Hornets. Longtime rivals. I'll tell you what, Coach DeBose and Coach Doherty, through the last 5-6 years, they have had some great basketball contests against each other. And I'd say in the last 5 or 6 years, one or the other has been a CVAC head coach. I know Coach DeBose won it, I think, 3 years running Coach of the Year. So we should see some excellent basketball tonight. Plattsburgh controls the tip-off, and this is Kerry Garcia. He'll run the offense. Butchino finds LaRock. Nice find. Sebron has 2. Plattsburgh quickly onto the board. It took about 12 seconds. Eagles throw it away against that pesky full-court pressure defense from the Hornets. Hornets' second possession. 20 seconds into the ball game, they lead 2-0. Oh, Butchino, what a find, Brunette. I'm not sure if that was deflected, but Brunette missed the shot, and the Eagles quickly down the floor. That's Castine inside Ribeiro, now Castine. Hazen and Castine play catch on the outside. Now Parks tried to get it inside to Ribeiro, knocked away by Sebron. Back to Sebron, Hornets run. Hornets can hit from the outside. LaRock leads the team in 3-pointers. Double dribble called against Brunette. Hornets, 1 score in 3 possessions. We've played a minute. All the way is Parks, deflected by Butchino to the hands of Castine, and he nails it. Eddie Castine gets the Eagles' first 2 points. We're tied at 2 at 6:45 of the first. Garcia all the way, kisses the glass nicely, and Kerry Garcia is into the scorebook. And he has had 2 and then 3 points, so He's off to a quick start. LaRock battles Parks, and they'll call LaRock for knocking Parks off his feet. Coach Doherty not happy about that one, saying he was going to the ball. In the meantime, LaRock might have lost a tooth. He's checking the fillings. He may need a repair job, but this guy is not going to bow out of the ball game. Ryan wants to check in for Plattsburgh. He may replace LaRock. We'll check LaRock's mouth. Well, I won't. Plattsburgh 4, Beekmantown 2. Castine tries to tie it, pushing off under the basket. That one goes against Ramiro Ribeiro. Ribeiro picks up a foul and a quick substitution for Beekmantown. James Himes. James, don't call me Jimmy. Himes enters the ball game. He's number 10. We like his style. Garcia up the floor, guarded by Earl the Pearl Parks. Butchino, guarded by Hazen. Hazen has a big job tonight for the Eagles. Garcia in the paint. Butchino passes off to Ryan. This is Corey Ryan. The Sebron shot clock is at 12. Butchino and Garcia around the horn to Ryan. Shot clock at 6. Stolen Beekmantown. Plattsburgh never got a shot off. They lead 4-2. Almost stolen by Garcia. Andy Morelli and Paul Spillman are the officials. Andy Morelli, what a basketball player he was at St. Mary's Academy in Champlain. And he had a spot on that floor. I'm telling you, he was deadly. He'd hit 19 out of 20. If they'd had 3-pointers in his time, he would have scored 50 some nights. Beekmantown turnover. Garcia there. He looks for an opening. The short jumper, Parks rejected it, and Castine got to the ball. Both teams off to a slow start now. It's 4-2 Plattsburgh at the 5:15 mark of the first quarter, and it's a turnover. LaRock back in, Ryan out, and in for Beekmantown is number 21. Not in my, Nate Brown. That's Nate Brown. He wore number 3 last time. He's wearing number 21. Butchino, his first shot of the night, baseline jumper, nothing but net. Inside to Moore, and that's what the Eagles will have to do. The Eagles will want to get the ball inside to Moore. Foul called, 4:53 to play in the first. It's Plattsburgh 6, Beekmantown 2. Both of these teams played preseason tournament basketball. Beekmantown in Niskayuna and Plattsburgh in Queensbury both played very tough tournaments. Brown thought about the 3, takes the shorter jumper, and it gets it. Nate Brown off the bench for a quick 2. It's 6-4 Plattsburgh. Brunette takes the jumper. LaRock went for the rebound, but he's called for a push-off underneath. Butchino on the push-off. Beekmantown ball down by a couple. This is Hines. He gets it to Hazen. Hazen to Moore. Moore guarded by Brunette. Hazen guarded by Garcia. Matt Hazen, nice pass inside. Himes off-balance shot. We should say Craig Berto, assistant coach for Plattsburgh High School, working with Coach Doherty for, I think, his second year, maybe his third. Coach LaRose to Coach Doherty's right. Oh, he's the JV coach. And then Coach Mark Searles, the Mod A coach. Beekmantown substitution. Hazen out and Earl Parks back in. And Coach DeBose wants another substitution. It will be Ribeiro back in at the next whistle. Garcia guarded by Brown. Brown doesn't pick up a foul. Garcia should have taken the shot. He dished off to LaRock. Now Sebron guarded by Moore. Sebron to the hoop, changed his shot, gets it back, fouled by Parks. Sebron will go to the line for two. You can see the aggressive basketball. And even though it's the first quarter, the intensity is there for both teams. Just what you would expect when these two teams match up. 3:47 to play. First quarter, Nate Sebron with 2 tries from the foul line. Rolls and drops. 7-4 Plattsburgh. Now Ribeiro in to give Moore a breather. Sebron's second attempt is good as well. Full court pressure from the Hornets. Hornets 8 and Eagles 4. Butchino got the block. It'll stay Beekmantown ball right in front of the Hornet bench. Earl Parks. Knocked away by Sebron, but recovered by Hines. I'm Foxy Gagnon, North Country Cable Network here. Eric Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. A deep 3 from Parks. Garcia gets it in the corner, and he'll pull things out and head down the floor. Guarded by Brown. Beekmantown playing aggressive defense. They're moving. Derek LaRock. Butchino tries to go baseline, dumps it for Brunette. Sebron's jumper rolls the rim. Butchino put back is good. Joel Butchino gets the put back, and he has 4 points, and it's 10-4 Plattsburgh. First quarter. Moore comes back in for Beekmantown. Too many turnovers by the Eagles early on. They're not getting enough shooting attempts for. We're going to have a question at the table. Question, oh, the clock just changed all of a sudden to 0.
You know how much it was?
Let's see. All of it, I think it was 2:47. We could play it back on our camera. Right now it shows 0. All of a sudden the clock switched to 0, all zeros for the time. Took a major jump to zeros. So I think it was something like 2:47, but 2:37, that sounds right. I think it was somewhere around there. They're going to stop it at 2:48. But that's unexplained about the clock. I don't know. I've never seen it do that before.
How old is that clock?
Oh, that's an old clock. That's been around. I'll tell you, Goose Gagnon, the official timer in that clock, has been here probably since the gym was built way back in '65. Hornets get the ball because there had been a turnover by Beekmantown. Number 11 in for Plattsburgh, and that's Chris O'Connor. Butchino's long shot is offline. Parks for the Eagles. Parks keeps the handle, almost loses it. And LaRock all over Parks and caused the turnover. 3-point try, LaRock, that's too short. Teams are cold, it's 10-4 Plattsburgh. Cold first quarter. Sebron another steal. To Butchino, a 2-on-1. Butchino zings it to O'Connor. Great defense, Ribeiro. Eagles got back quickly. That looked like an easy 2-on-1 for the Hornets, but let me tell you, those Eagles got back. 1:55 to play in the first quarter. Hornets up by a 6-pack, and there's that double team in the corner. Brown plays Houdini and gets out of it. Brown, the jumper, base of the rim. LaRock. Garcia. O'Connor. Butchino thought about the 3, takes it all the way in, fouled on the drive. That foul, they're going to give him 2 shots. That foul called on Eddie Moore. You don't want Moore to get in foul trouble. McGowan getting ready to come in for Beekmantown. Tommy McGowan. 1:31 remaining in the first. Butchino hits the foul shot. The Hornets are 3 for 3 from the foul line. McGowan in and Brown out for Beekmantown. Ryan in and Garcia out for the Hornets. Joel Butchino's second try is good. He has a 6-pack of points. It's 12-4 Plattsburgh. Almost a turnover. The Hornets playing aggressive defense, especially when they get the opportunity to put the full court pressure there. And that's been one of the trademarks of Coach Doherty's teams through the years. Down court to Moore. He gets the shot, but Butchino came from nowhere for the beautiful block, but a foul called. Whoa, and Coach Doherty can't believe that one. He can't believe that one. Butchino skied on that one. But he must have got a piece of the arm of Moore on the way down. So Moore goes to the foul line. Garcia in. They're going to get Butchino out of there. He might have 2 fouls in the first quarter. Eddie Moore gets another chance from the free throw line. Oh, that was every place but in. Held ball, and it's Beekmantown possession. Plattsburgh High School won the junior varsity contest over Beekmantown. Coach LaRose of Plattsburgh was happy with that win. Plattsburgh 12, Beekmantown 4. Hazen in the corner gets it in, and Hazen gets it back. Won't fall. Castine with a nice feed. Sebron takes it to the hoop. He got fouled. Got hit in the left eye. And Nate Sebron, who was 2 for 2 from the foul line, Sebron will have 2 more tries. No. James Himes for Beekmantown replaces Ribeiro. Coach DeBow is looking for the right combination. Sebron's second attempt is in. And a Plattsburgh substitution, Jeremy Sherman in, replacing Nate Sebron. It's 13-4 Plattsburgh. The Eagles need some firepower. They have to get it up the floor, break this full court pressure. They do nicely here. And now set the offense and get a good shot and maybe get it inside to Moore. Here's Moore. He takes it to the hoop, dishes off for Himes, and they throw it away. That's frustrating for Coach DeBose because you did what you wanted to do. You broke the pressure defense. You got up the floor, you set the offense, you got it to the guy you want, and then you don't get the shot. 13-4 Plattsburgh. Corey Ryan, Terry Garcia. For Ryan, 3-point try by Ryan. Moore high for the rebound, and Garcia draws the foul. A lot of first quarter fouls, I think. Too many fouls. Shot clock is off, 33 seconds on the game clock, now 32 seconds. O'Connor guards Himes. Oh, Ryan right there for the 2. Pretty defense from Plattsburgh, and Corey Ryan cashes in. 15-4, a nice first quarter for Plattsburgh. O'Connor fouls Hazen. The Hornets picking up fouls early with this pressure defense, full court. Brown. Moore. Tried to dump it in, and the Hornets knocked it away in a double dribble. O'Connor tried to do too much too quickly, got caught with the double dribble. The Hornet cheerleaders are here. The Beekmantown cheerleaders are here. We'll try to catch them and say their names sometime during the game. And at the buzzer, we played one, and it's Plattsburgh High School 15 and Beekmantown Central 4 on the North Bowl Lanes scoreboard. Plattsburgh possession to open the second quarter. McGowan across the floor to Brown, inside, Himes to the hoop, won't go. Brunette there for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown got the opportunity, couldn't put the points on. Sebron to the hoop, it went in, but a charge called. Moore drew the foul, and Sebron doesn't agree, and he's got a smile on his face as he heads down the floor. No basket is right, and it remains 15-4. McGowan. Moore. They have just 2 seconds to get across the floor. They just made it, I'll tell you that. I looked at the shot clock and it was down to 25, and then the Eagles throw it away. The Hornets have obviously worked on this full court pressure defense, and it is tough to break. You almost need a six-man. If they're going to play it that way, the opponents, no matter who they are, might need a six-man. LaRock across the floor to Butchino. He takes it to the hoop and drops it in. No charge called that time. Sebron scratching his head, wondering why. The Hornets again pesky. 6:51 to play in the second quarter. It's Plattsburgh 17 and Beekmantown 4. The Hornets on a 9-point run since the first 3 minutes or so of the first quarter. Eagles move the ball. Hazen inside to Himes. Shot clock at 15. Castine takes the jumper. Won't go. And nothing's falling for the Eagles. Across the floor to LaRock. He takes the three. Almost brings rain, and that was short. Inside to Moore. He has to challenge the Hornets. He has to take that shot. The power move, the quick jumper, he has to. Butchino takes the three. Rolls the rim, no, won't go. Knocked around, Parks there for the Eagles. Eagles run, Hazen. Moore couldn't keep the handle on it, and Garcia was there for the Hornets. Hornets defense, awesome. Sebron to the hoop, and he gets it. And again, the Eagles want a charge call. They don't get that, but they do take a timeout. So the Hornets on an 11-point run, a 20-second timeout by Coach DeBose, 5:23 to play in the second quarter, and the score on the North Bowl Lane scoreboard is Plattsburgh 19 and Beekmantown 4. All right. Ryan guards Parks. Parks cuts it to the inside, turns on the gas, and dishes to Himes. Shot won't fall. Beautiful. Buccino to Brunette. Beautiful ball movement, Plattsburgh. 21-4. Castine past Buccino, tried to drop it inside for Coron. Ryan on the run, great find to Buccino. Oh, the Hornets looking pretty in the second quarter. They have 8 second quarter points. Beekmantown hasn't scored in a long time. At least, they've gone at least 8 minutes without points on the board. Block called on Buccino. That's definitely his second, it may be his third. It's Plattsburgh 23, Beekmantown 4. Beekmantown, McGowan, Brown, and Ribeiro in. Plattsburgh sends O'Connor and Jeremy Bissonette in. Bissonette number 32. Another substitution LaRock wants in. A lot of substitutions, and my goodness. Players running in and out, when in doubt, shout. We mentioned the Plattsburgh coaches on the Eagles bench. It's Coach DeBose, the head coach, along with Coach Cuter and Coach Rillahan. Coach Cuter, the JV coach, Coach Rillahan, the modified A coach. Bissonette off his foot, it'll be Eagles ball. We're headed toward the midway mark of the second quarter. Ribeiro brings it in to Hazen. Bissonette there for Plattsburgh. Hazen up the floor. And he was fouled by LaRock. So the Hornets a little bit too aggressive defense. I know it's paid off for them, but they are picking up fouls, I don't mind telling you. I don't know if we can see the book well enough to see how many fouls on Buccino. 2 on Buccino, we think. Okay. And Hazen at the foul line. Shot won't fall. Tip in. Who got the tip in? Ribeiro. Thank you very much. I was looking at the book. Ribeiro was looking at the basket. He breaks the Hornets' 15-point run. And it's 23-6. And oh, Buccino has 3. We just found out from the scorer's table. 3 fouls on Buccino. So he'll sit out the rest of the first half. That's for certain. McGowan, Hazen, they have 3 seconds to get it across midcourt. Hazen does, just in the nick of time. Excuse me. McGowan, Brown. Hornets moving the feet on defense, not giving Beekmantown a good shot opportunity. Ribeiro inside, rolls the rim, Sebron rebound to Ryan. Corey Ryan up the floor. For LaRock, the senior LaRock, passes on the shot, cross the floor to Bissonette. Bissonette shoots on the run, doesn't get the rebound or the shot, and Coron the rebound. Brown from 3-point range. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Good contingent from Plattsburgh High School gathered in those student seats under the basket at the open end of the floor, and they've been rowdy through the first half. They can make some noise when those Hornet cheerleaders get them going. Hornets down to business here. Ryan, as they move the zone of Beekmantown. Shot clock at 15. Bissonette gets it to O'Connor. LaRock, Ryan wants the ball. He's open in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Bissonette pops it. It'll be Plattsburgh ball and a new 35-second shot clock. Game clock down to 2:43 in the first half. 23-6, Plattsburgh. Ryan's 3-point try won't go. McGowan there and gets it up the floor to Parks. Plattsburgh outscoring Beekmantown 8-2 in the second quarter. Coach DeBose wants a timeout, but the Hornets stole it away before his players could hear him. And Plattsburgh throws it away. Now the Eagles will take the timeout. .219 remaining on the North Bowl Lane scoreboard, and it's Plattsburgh 23 and Beekmantown 6. And the oranges have arrived. Every year about this time, right around Christmas time, Uncle Ralph and Aunt Peggy send crates and crates to the North Country of the freshest oranges California has. And the oranges are here. They're not too far away from Laura Gagman's side, I'll tell you that. We fill up on oranges, so thanks to Ralph and Peggy Gagnon, Uncle Ralph and Aunt Peggy of Hemet, California, for their Christmas present to the Fox family. Free for LaRock. From an orange from California. He hit from downtown on that one. Plattsburgh foul. LaRock hits the three. Now that's the first three-pointer of the night. It's 26-6, and going to the foul line for Beekmantown will be Tommy McGowan. Number 15, McGowan. The Eagles are 0 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. He gets that one. Brown in and Coron out for the Eagles. Hazen's going to enter for McGowan, it looks like. McGowan hits the two. 26-8. Brown, McGowan, Ribeiro, and Castine each with 2 points. For Plattsburgh, Butchino with 10 and Sebron with 7. Moore knocks it away as they try to get it inside to O'Connor. 1:35 to play in the first half. The Hornet defense has not given much opportunity to the Eagles to score. On the run. Oh, nice find. O'Connor found Sherman. Sherman found the hole. Beauty. Another Hornet foul. Hornets outscoring Beekmantown 13-4 in this quarter. Now in for Plattsburgh, number 22, Matt Worcester, 6'1". When he wears his high heel sneakers, that is. More like 5'9" on a normal day. But he plays like a 6'1" player, I'll tell you that. They don't call him Matty Worcester for nothing. 28-8 with 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Right now, the Hornets have just 2 starters on the floor. That would be, just one, huh? That would be Eric LaRock, the senior. Hazen gets it to Hines. He's triple teamed. And it'll stay at this end. It'll be Beekmantown ball. Shot clock at 18, game clock at 24. Nate Brown. And Worcester will pick up a foul. He threw the elbow into Castine. Eddie Castine will go to the foul line. 18 seconds to play. The Hornets will be happy about their halftime lead, but they have another half of basketball, and we saw in Queensbury when they played Warrensburg Central, the Hornets 15-point, I believe it was, or maybe it was an 18-point halftime lead, dwindled down to 2 by the fourth quarter. Castine hits 1 of 2. 28-9. 6 seconds to play in the half. Hazen went for the steal, picked up the foul with just a second to play, but we're not in the bonus. Not in the bonus, so Plattsburgh will just get time for a touch shot before the buzzer. Puts the pressure on the official timekeeper that you don't start the clock too soon. And nice try. They got it. They got it. It's good. LaRock inbounds it to O'Connor. O'Connor hit the buzzer shot. The Hornets 15 points in the first quarter, 15 points in the second quarter, and the halftime score on the North Bowl Lane scoreboard is Plattsburgh 30 and Beekmantown 9, the Beekmantown cheerleaders. The Beekmantown cheerleaders are Katrina Rossett, Tricia Newell, Beth Bois, Christina Grizzle, Barbie Eero, Jessica Easter, Hope Bushy, Disa Matat, Melissa Rebedu, and Sarah Toring, and they're coached by Coach Lucia, the Beekmantown varsity cheerleaders. Underway in the second half. Beekmantown possession. They got the shot, they got the putback. Neither one would drop, and it will be Beekmantown ball under their own basket. For Beekmantown, not enough shot opportunities, and then cold shooting when they do get the opportunity. Butchino clears it for Plattsburgh, gets the ball to Garcia. Inside Sebron, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. And I'm juggling things around. Maybe people can hear me. I'm looking for more batteries. Sebron hits that one. And the next one. Sebron now 5 of 6 from the foul line tonight. A 3-on-1 for Beekmantown. And they don't get the shot opportunity. And that's an over and back. It will be Plattsburgh ball. For the Eagles, one of those nights where not much has gone right. Sebron found the opening, missed the shot. Stepped out of bounds as he tried to retrieve the ball, and it will be Eagles ball. Hornets with the pressure. Brunette guards the ball. Nate Brown. Eddie Castine. James Himes. Stolen Garcia. Beekmantown foul, and they'll have 2 shots for the Hornets. Joel Butchino at the foul line for Plattsburgh. He's 2 for 2 on the evening, and now 3 for 3 and 11 points in the scorebook. For the Eagles, Brian Branham into the lineup, his first appearance, replacing Matt Hazen. Butchino's second attempt drops. 34-9, Plattsburgh. LaRock called for the foul. In the corner, it's Himes. He looks, he gets it to Branham. Branham will run the floor, down the floor, and overshoots Ribeiro. How many turnovers has the Hornets defense created tonight? We want to thank Cumberland Bay Market for their support of Beekmantown Central basketball. At 6:38 of the third quarter on the Cumberland Bay Market scoreboard, it's Plattsburgh 34, Beekmantown 9. Sebron to the hoop, and the shot won't fall. Andy Morelli, the official, with the call. A couple of players want in, but it'll be 2 shots for Nate Sebron, so they cannot enter until the second shot. Sebron 5 for 6 from the foul line. Hornets 4 for 4 from the foul line in this quarter. Now 5 for 5 in the quarter. 35-9 is the score. Both coaches with plenty of substitutions. Sebron misses that one, and Himes is there for the Eagles. Castine guarded by Butchino. Backdoor opportunity. Branham fouled by Brunette. And Brian Branham goes to the foul line for the Eagles. The Hornets opened the 99-2000 season with a win. And then they lost to Saranac 45-43. Beekmantown opened the season with a loss. And this is their second game. The Eagles are 3 for 8 from the foul line at this point. And now 4 for 9 on the Branham basket. 35-10. Sebron, and he was fouled. That one on Brent Coron. Nate Sebron at the foul line. And outside, the weather outside is chilly, a little bit snowy, but it's basketball season. And if the weather stays like this, I might move to Nineveh. Tell you that. The weather's going to stay like this. Sebron hits the second one. 36-10. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. 14 remaining in the ball game. Too many Hornet fouls. That one on Ryan. Number 44 in for Plattsburgh. That's Mike Carey. Carey played at Seton Catholic a little bit earlier in his high school. He did not play basketball last year. He was a football player this season and a good football season for Plattsburgh High School. Branham long distance. Castine gets it out, and the Eagles reset, and this is Himes. That one won't fall. Poor shooting percentage from Beekmantown. Carey with the rebound, off somebody's foot. Sebron scoops it up. Hornets on the run. Sebron to Garcia. Garcia looked for the opening. Brown was there. Sebron to the hoop. 36-10, the score remains. The Hornets don't have a basket through the first 3 minutes. They have 4 foul shots. Ryan on the run from Garcia. Corey Ryan, it'll count, and he'll go to the foul line. Corey Ryan makes it 38-10. 1 shot for Ryan. A lot of fouls and a lot of substitutions tonight. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Eric Gagnon on camera. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Thanks to Brian Rabideau and the gang at Cumberland Bay Market for their support of Beekmantown basketball. Ryan with 5 points in the game and a 39-10 Plattsburgh lead. A steal here. Garcia gets it. Don't ask me how. Good penetration. Hornets outscoring Beekmantown 11-1 in this third quarter. It's 41-10. Hornets have Carey and Madonna now in number 31, and now number 24, John Lamberti, replaces Garcia. It's O'Connor and Ryan to bring the ball up. And then it's Madonna, Lamberti, and Carey. Beekmantown with Parks, Brown, Moore, Coron, and Rubero. Or I should say Paul Hemus, number 30. A foul called there on Beekmantown's Earl Parks. O'Connor for Plattsburgh. Madonna had the shot opportunity, but oh, big Brent Coron was there. Madonna works for the shot, and then he was fouled by Eddie Moore. Madonna lands hard, bounces right back up. That bag of oranges is still there. I'd like to reach down and grab me one or two. Madonna's first try won't go. A lot of foul shot attempts for Plattsburgh in this quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 foul shot attempts. Madonna missed them both. O'Connor with the rebound. Ooh, nice. Got it back to Madonna and rejected by Parks. Looks like Madonna's going to the foul line again. Foul called, a block called on Brown. So John Madonna right back there. We are midway through the third quarter. And Madonna's going to do some foul shot practice this week. Worcester in and Ryan out for the Hornets. Plattsburgh High School, the defending Division I CVAC champs, as well as Section 7 Class B champions. 42-10. Lamberti guards Brown. Lamberti guards Brown. Carey guards Paul Hemus. This is Parks guarded by Worcester. Charge called. Worcester with the defense. We're in the third quarter at the Hornets' Nest, Plattsburgh High School for CVAC basketball. Early in the season, Hornets looking to up their record to 2-1. Carey. Stolen by Rubero. Brown looks inside to Moore. There's Moore. He's got to do something. He takes the shot, won't go. Knocked out of bounds. I thought it was off Madonna. No, it was off Rubero. Paul Spillman and Andy Morelli are the officials. Worcester up the floor to Carey, and now the dish to O'Connor. O'Connor lost his dribble. This is Carey for Plattsburgh, guarded by Paul Hemus. Lamberti takes it to the hoop nicely, shoots on the run, gets the roll, and it's in. John Lamberti. And Beekmantown wants a timeout. Beekmantown with no field goal in this third quarter, and in fact just 3 field goals in the ball game. A tough night for them. 2:49 remaining, and the Hornet cheerleaders are at it. The Hornet cheerleaders: Joanne Zayas, Jen Ledoux, Christina Garanani, Tara Woodward, Tracy Dubray, Christy Leister, Charlene Espacey, Aisha Blanks, and Sarah Purrier. And the coach, of course, is Karen Brown. The captains of the cheerleaders: Joanne and Zayas and Christina Garanani. The Cumberland Bay Market scoreboard reads Plattsburgh 44 and Beekmantown 10. Push off there, basket will count. Moore was pushed off by new Hornet on the floor, Mike McNichols. Believe it or not, that's Moore's first points of the night. Moore will try to make it a 3-point play. Beekmantown with 4 points in the first quarter, 5 in the second, and now 3 in the third, now 4. 44-13. The Eagles apply the pressure now. Mike McNichols. Matty Worster. Worster right to the hoop and blocked by Coron, but he picks up a foul at the same time. And Matt Worster at the foul line. Hornets, tons of trips to the foul line tonight. They have 14 points from the foul line tonight. They get the ball back. Worster again, brings it right side, hits Madonna to Worster. Bounce pass inside for McNichols, stolen Hazen. Hazen guarded by Worster. Hazen past Worster, down the floor to Moore. Moore to the hoop. Off the base of the rim, Carey came up with the rebound and lost the handle. 2:06 to play in the third. I'm Foxy Gagnon, we're North Country Cable Network, bringing you CVAC basketball. Pushing off underneath, that one against Beekmantown. And that one's on Brent Coron. That's at least his third. And Plattsburgh in the bonus, and now it's 10 fouls, over the 10 or at the 10, so it'll be 2 shots for Mike McNichols. McNichols hits that one. And Nick 5 cents gets another one. 2 for 2 from the line. The 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Plattsburgh 47 and Beekmantown 13. Moore, off-balance shot, found the hole. Eddie Moore with 5 points in this third quarter. And it's 47-15. Beekmantown substitution. Getting ready to come in, number 22, and I don't have him in the book. We'll have to find out. Who is it? Is it Haley? I have Haley listed as number 12. Yeah, that must be Haley. Dan Haley, number 22. Inside McNichols, push called. A long third quarter because of all the fouls. And Mike McNichols back to the foul line. He's 2 for 2 from there, and he'll go again. We didn't have a recurrence of that short in the score clock. That happened early in the ball game where they switched to all zeros. Luckily, we didn't have a recurrence of that. Goose Gagnon is on the timer. He's on probationary here in the CVAC because he's replacing somebody who was on the clock for a long time. 48-15. I've lost track of everybody in my book now. Start horsing around. Let's get down to business. Reset the shot clock because of the kick. (48-15) Plattsburgh. Carey with the defense on Haley. Knocked away. Hazen gets to it for Beekmantown. Hazen up the floor to Moore. Finds Himes, misses the shot. McNichols for Plattsburgh. Now Lamberti. John Lamberti up the floor to Matt Worcester. Under a minute to play in this third quarter. From long distance is McNichols, too hard off the glass, and that ball flies away, and we got another foul. This foul called on Madonna. Beekmantown not in the bonus yet. Beekmantown will not go to the foul line. Turnover. It'll be, neither official sure if it was tipped. Possession arrow was to Beekmantown. And whoa, I guess they're giving it to Plattsburgh for some reason. They're deciding it was tipped. Wasn't a held ball after all, and Plattsburgh gets it. Beekmantown steals it. Matt Hazen has it. Haley and Brown, long distance three. He can hit him. 48-18. Carey, but he traveled. Tried to make the power move to the basket, shuffled the extra step, and with 23 seconds to play on the Cumberland Bay Market scoreboard, it's 48-18 Plattsburgh. The Hornet crowd is noisy to our left. Brown up the floor. Gets it to Branham. Now Haley. The pass inside off the fingertips of Moore. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. So it's 5 seconds. Worcester's going to let one go. No, McNichols will at the buzzer. We played 3. The score on the Cumberland Bay Market scoreboard is Plattsburgh 48 and Beekmantown 18. Plattsburgh outscores Beekmantown 18-9 in the third quarter. Inside, Coron gets the shot off and it drops in. Brent Coron with 2 points, and he opens the scoring in the fourth quarter. It's 48-20. Jeremy Sherman, Plattsburgh with Sherman, Lamberti, Carey, Madonna, and Bissonette. The Hornet starters have not seen much action in this second half. The Eagles with Haley, Branham, Himes, McGowan, and Coron. No starters there for Beekmantown as well. Jeremy Sherman hits it. (50-20) is the score. 12 Hornets in the scoring column tonight for Coach Kevin Doherty. And not to pick on these guys, but only Bissonette and Mike Carey have not found the scoring column. Just a 20-second timeout. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of CVAC basketball, and we'll have a number of games throughout the winter. We hope you'll watch for those. If you have questions about our programming, give me a call, Foxy Gagnon, at 561-0616. Tapes of our programming are available. Call me for information on that as well. We certainly want to thank Cumberland Bay Market and North Bow Lanes for their support of Beekmantown Central basketball. Turnover. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Beekmantown maintains their pressure defense. Bissonette gets it to Carey. Carey will bring it up the floor, gets it to Madonna. Madonna, the jumper, in and out. Rebound inside Sherman. Now Carey gets the two. Carey is in the scoring column. (52-20). Beekmantown with scoring, 5 points from Nate Brown and 5 points from Eddie Moore. Sherman hauls down a rebound and he was fouled. Coron with a foul on the rebound. That must be 4 on him. It's either 4 or 9, I'm not sure. No, it's definitely 4. We got that clarified. But there have been tons of fouls tonight, both sides. And what started out as a very aggressively played defensive game. Jeremy Sherman has 4 points in the ball game. Let's go down the scores for Plattsburgh. Oh, maybe we'll hold off a few minutes on that. Both coaches have played all of their players, that is for certain. It'll be Beekmantown ball under their own basket. 6:33 to play in the ball game. Maceo DeBose in his 15th year as a coach at Beekmantown Central. And he has had some outstanding teams through the years. Certainly Beekmantown in a rebuilding year. No foul called, so everybody's got to keep their heads about him. Especially, come on, we have to have 6:28 to play. Let's play basketball. Everybody gets their time in. Everybody's happy. They got to see some action tonight. They won't grumble about the coach. Everybody got to play. Bissonette, and you know the Hornets want to get the ball to Bissonette, but McGowan's playing tight defense on Biss. Tipped around and Madonna was there. He missed the shot. Coron with the rebound. Quickly up the floor and Ribeiro missed the shot. Play getting sloppy as you might expect. McGowan with the steal. They tried to go to Bissonette. McGowan, too hard off the glass. McGowan went for the steal and fouled Lamberti. Lamberti will go to the foul line. Official scorer has been Laura Gagnon. She's been busy. She hasn't had a chance to get into those oranges. There's a stack of California oranges still sitting there. Oh, were there 2 packages before? Well, one disappeared.
One of them disappeared.
Let me tell you, the boys at the scorer's table have been busy. No time to listen to us, that's for sure. They've been busy. Especially when you're on probationary service in the CVAC, you have to stay focused. Lamberti at the foul line. It's 52-20 Plattsburgh. John has 2 points in the game and now 3. For Plattsburgh, LaRock hit a three-pointer in the second quarter. That's his points for the night. O'Connor hit a two-pointer in the second quarter. That's it for him. The starters didn't get too much time on the floor. Corey Ryan with 5 points. Kerry Garcia with 4. Branham blocked by Sherman. Coron there. Shot wouldn't fall. Battle for the ball. McGowan, Coron on it. McGowan has it. He fires away. It's in. McGowan, a two-pointer, and Beekmantown takes the timeout. McGowan hit the two-pointer. Let's see, the Plattsburgh scoring. We said Ryan had 5. Kerry Garcia has 4. Matt Worcester with a foul shot. Joel Buccineau had 12 points, 10 of those in the first half. There's the Hornet cheerleaders busy at work. Jen Ledoux right at the front of the pack. Brunette with 2, Madonna with 1, Sherman with 4, Carey with 2, McNichols 3, and Nate Sebron had a bunch of foul shots. 11 points, 7 from the foul line. Let me tell you, 5:08 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Cumberland Bay Market scoreboard says Plattsburgh 53 and Beekmantown 22. Biss to the hoop. Bounce pass to Lamberti. Madonna, Bissonette, three-point range. Hustles after it. It'll be Beekmantown ball. The Eagles will bring it up the floor. We do have a substitution, and that will be Nate Brown back in, as well as James Hines, as well as Eddie Castine. 3 of the starters back in for the Eagles. Paul Spillman and Andy Morelli, the officials, and this is a tough game to officiate. No question about it. And they've tried to keep a good handle on the aggressive defense by the players. Castine from the baseline is good. Eddie Castine has 5 tonight. Bissonette to the hoop. On the run, he gets it. Everybody's in the scoring column. Biss gets his 2 points. 55-24. Himes. McGowan and Lamberti battle. It'll be Beekmantown ball under their own basket. 4 minutes to play in this one. Jumper. I think Bissonette might have got a piece of Brown shot. Sherman there for Plattsburgh. Now Worcester. Carey wants back in for Plattsburgh. Bissonette looks, directs traffic, gets it to Lamberti. Sherman to the basket, double teamed. He was fouled. And Jeremy Sherman returns to the foul line. He's been there twice. He's 2 for 4 from the foul line. We want to thank Eric Gagnon Myers. He worked hard tonight. Right in the middle of his finals at Plattsburgh State. He ran over here after a final. Told the professor, I have to hurry. I got to get to the big ball game, and hurried over. Barely ate a couple of chicken breasts. Barely had time for that. And then we got to the gym in time. Sherman hits 1 of 2 there. And it's 56-24. 5 points for Sherman tonight. 56-24 with 3:23 to play, and that's a Plattsburgh push. Beekmantown not in the bonus according to the score clock. Mike McNichols icing the knee. McNichols tonight, 3 for 4 from the foul line, but he's icing the knee. We hope he's okay. Push called. Ribeiro called for the push on Madonna. Madonna's going to go to the foul line for 2. 3:22. We may have a parade of fouls, and that's the 5th foul on Ramiro Ribeiro tonight. His 5th foul. We'll have a substitution. Brent Coron back into the game, and John Madonna at the foul line. Plattsburgh High School, the preseason favorite to win Division I. Opened the season with a win, then a loss to Saranac, and they came out with plenty of spirit tonight with something to prove. (57-24), Plattsburgh lead. Plattsburgh outscored Beekmantown 15-4 in the first quarter. Himes hits that one, his first point of the night. Himes' second attempt. Gets it right back. Good hustle by Himes. And the ball tied up, and we have a foul someplace. And that one on Plattsburgh. Himes' hustle pays off. He'll be back to the foul line. So Plattsburgh's 15-4 first quarter lead grew to a 30-9 halftime lead. They added 9 more points to their lead in the third quarter, outscoring Beekmantown 18-9. Scoring in the fourth quarter, Plattsburgh 9, Beekmantown 7. Sherman and rebound Himes. 2:50 to play. 57-25. Good ball movement. Beekmantown, and Castine pops. Won't go. Rebound inside Coron. They get it to him. He was tied up by Madonna. Hornets on the run. Sherman bumped by Castine. And Jeremy Sherman goes once again to the foul line. I'll tell you what, Sherman has known how to draw the foul tonight. This is his 4th trip in limited play. Eddie Moore's going to come back into the ball game. Moore replaces Coron. If there's a guy who gives 100% when he's on the floor, it's Brent Coron. Hornet cheerleaders under the basket are ready, but their little hand magic didn't work that time. McGowan for the Eagles. Castine for the Eagles. Steele Worcester. Worcester left-handed. Nope. Good hustle. Sherman blocked. But the foul called. Castine got the foul, but Sherman's going to the line. Jeremy Sherman again for the 5th time in this fourth quarter. And that's 5 fouls on Castine. So Paul Hemus comes in. Moore comes out. Right now on the floor, it's for the Eagles. It's 5 on Moore. Oh, it was 5 on Moore. I thought the foul was on Castine, but 5th on Moore. So it's Sherman hitting another foul shot. Sherman with 5 foul shots made tonight and 7 points in the ball game. Oh, good hustle by Carey. Carey quick to the spot. He has 4 points. 61-25. Big victory tonight for Plattsburgh High School. So they scored 83 in their first game over Northeastern. They scored just 43 in the loss to Saranac, but they rebound with 60-something tonight. Beekmantown with 34 in their first ball game. They have just 25 tonight with 1:42 to play. And certainly a rebuilding year for Beekmantown Central. And as everyone knows, they lost due to graduation. Dan Munson, the all-time leading scorer at Beekmantown Central, finished his Beekmantown career with 1,696 points, 120 better than Andy Dumas from Keene, whose record he broke. And in CVAC and Mountain Valley League all-time scoring list published by the Press Republican, just 2 active players are in the top, 100 or so. And that would be Matt Devins with 981 points. What a shot by Carey! That has the Hornet crowd on their feet. Hornet crowd likes that one. They're happy tonight. Carey with a beauty of a shot. And the Hornet fans are happy. I hope the homework's getting done after the game, I'll tell you that. Carey looks for his 7th point. He's a lefty. He gets it. 64-25 with a minute to play. We mentioned Andy, Matt Devins, 981 points from Shazy is active, and Dan Broderick of Westport, 817. The top all-time scorer at Plattsburgh High School looks like, if I read this list right, all-time scorer at Plattsburgh High School, Mike Baruti. Dave Baruti, 984 points. Boy, I better get that right. And then it looks like Mike was 2nd. I'll have to check that out and report that accurately some night. 64-25 is the score. And the Hornets will wrap this one up with a victory tonight. They go to 2-1. Beekmantown drops to 0-2. Madonna with 25 seconds. Carey to the hoop. The jumper won't go. Himes for Beekmantown. Carey tried to steal it away and a travel was called. Travel called. That'll be Plattsburgh ball with 15 seconds. Carey gets it. Mike Carey, 9 fourth-quarter points. Off the bench for 9. Not a bad night for number 44. The buzzer. Huge win for Plattsburgh High School tonight. 66-25 over Beekmantown. Everybody for Plattsburgh got into the scoring column. And I'll say this about our friends at Beekmantown Central. They're going to have some ball games like this because they're a young, rebuilding team. They don't have a great deal of experience. They don't have a great deal of height. What they do have is a great deal of heart. And that can overcome a lot of adversities. So through the season, if they stick together and play hard, they're going to have their share of good moments. And that's what has to happen. Let me tell you, thanks to Eric Gagnon for his work on camera. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Thanks to the Munson gang at North Bow Lanes for their support of Beekmantown basketball and the Rabideau gang at Cumberland Head Market, Cumberland Bay Market, for their support of Beekmantown basketball. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying final score, Plattsburgh 66, Beekmantown 25. Good night, North Country.